Hi, this is Michele from Sound Intuition here again for another episode, our second episode of self-care rituals. Take care of yourself so you can shine your soul's light. So today's self-care ritual card is write a gratitude list. So, I know I've talked about this in the past in some of my other videos, but the universe loves gratitude. It really responds to a place of gratitude. And I know my friends and I have recently been doing this practice where, so basically lately I've been finding myself like complaining a lot, right? So whether it be about my physical health or about my mental like state or about stuff in my life, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like to be this complainy person. Like that's not me, and I've been talking, to different friends and things like that about it. And so what I started to do is when I notice I'm complaining, I finish my, statement, my discussion, my whatever, with gratitude, with just stating what I'm grateful for. And it's been really helping to shift my energy as well as shift the energy that's attracted to me. So that's why we practice gratitude. One of the many reasons why practicing gratitude is important and healthy and just a good practice to do honestly every day. To either do it when you wake up in the morning to start your day with gratitude, and then end your day when you go to sleep at night with gratitude, or just throughout the day, like I said, or when you notice yourself extra complaining. But the universe loves gratitude. And what do I mean by that? I mean that the energy that we put out, we get back. So our energy that we are emitting into the world, into others, is what we're attracting. So if we don't want to attract people that complain a lot, or situations, that are very icky and just not good, then we need to really check ourselves, and what we are putting out, the energy that we are putting out, how we are acting, practicing joy and gratitude is very important for our energetic health, our physical health, our emotional health, our spiritual health and wellness. So it's a great self-care ritual. So this card is suggesting that we make a list. Now this list doesn't have to be a long list. You could just write literally 3 things every day, even 3 things, every couple of days. It doesn't have to be a long list. You could make a list of like 10 or more if you want to. But like I said, what I do is I have been writing down a list of like 3 things. I think it's even a prompt in my planner. I have a physical like written planner that I use. I get a different one every year, but I think it's actually a prompt in this planner to start your month with what you want to attract and what you want to let go of. And then each week it has a prompt up above like, what are you grateful for this week? So I do that 3 things every week. But then I started, like I said, adding on to that as to whenever I feel myself complaining or feeling extra just blah, I'm like, all right, well, what are you grateful for? And so what you're grateful for can be, deep, meaningful things. Or it could be simple things like, I am grateful that some days I'm just like reaching, and I'm like not reaching, but really honestly, and it's good to hit this point where I'm like, I'm grateful just to have both my arms and both my legs, because not everybody has that. And I remember being in the car and talking to my son about that, and being really grateful, especially like we have a family member in our life right now who's, going through this degenerative disease, and just really sitting with the gratitude that we have for our bodies and our function of our bodies. And my son was like, yeah, like, I guess you're right. Some people don't have, both their arms and both their legs. Like, I am really grateful for that. And just seeing him, like, realizing that just meant a lot to me too. So practicing this with our children is important, but also ourselves, so like, I'm grateful for my arms, having both arms, both legs, all my functioning digits. Like, I'm grateful that I can take a breath easy. I'm grateful that all my muscles are functioning properly. I am grateful that I can see, I can hear, I can taste, I can smell. Like, grateful for your physical abilities, and then you can move on to other things. Like, I am grateful to have a home. I am grateful to have a working car. I am grateful to have, people that love me in my life, to have beautiful friends and family and a healthy child, and, so many different things that we can sit here and be grateful for. And they can be big things, they can be small things, they can be, things that, we feel like everybody has, but honestly, everybody does not have 2 arms and 2 legs. So add that to your gratitude list at least one week, sit with that. Like, what would it be like? There are some times where I will do a practice where I close my eyes and walk, or like close my eyes and try to, like, go on my hike just like even slightly. And I'm like, this is, just imagine what it would feel like not to have my sense of sight, it just really sitting with these things that we take for granted and being grateful for not just our abilities, but for our opportunities, our privileges, our just so many. We could go down a whole rabbit hole and do a video for a whole hour on this, but I'm trying to keep these self-care ritual videos under 10 minutes and under. So if you have any questions, or you want to talk about it more, or you want to share with me your gratitude list, whether it be just 3 things a week, like I said, or make it just a big long list of things and just like to refer back to. If you do make a big long list, it's nice to like refer back to, like, oh my gosh, look at all these things that I have to be grateful for. So that is a really good practice. And since we're making lists, and since it is this beautiful eclipse season, I'm just going to throw one more practice at you that I recently came across and did, and really have been sitting with it deeply. And that is to make a list. Again, oh, look at these lists. I like lists personally. But to make a list of the things that deplete your energy, things that just like drain you, and then to make a list of the things that light you up, that excite you, that light you up and excite you, or just fill you with comfort and joy, just light you up in any meaning of the word, or just that type of energy, that warm, excited, or just comforted type of energy. So making a list, what it does to make a list, to physically write something down, is it makes the intangible tangible, and thus kind of creating these things into our tangible world too. So we really help to move that energy, move those intentions, move those things when we physically put them onto paper. And then it's also a really good reference point for us to look back to reference back to remind ourselves. And even 6 months from now, like, oh my goodness, look at all these things that light me up. Look at all these things that deplete me. Have I been trying to like work on that? Like, not spending my energy on the things that deplete me, spending more of my energy on the things that light me up. Look at all the things that I have to be grateful for. Reminding myself of these things. And it becomes easier and easier when you put it into a practice to just be second nature, like gratitude, to have gratitude be second nature. So, yay, 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 yay. Again, share with me, like, subscribe, comment, share, and join me for the next self-care ritual. Sending love.